Hi, and welcome to this heart activating and shoulder opening flow. In today's sequence, we'll be finding some space throughout the chest, throughout our pecs, and the front of our shoulders. And we'll also be activating our heart chakra by closing the circuit. So our heart chakra is the space behind our breastbone, but it extends all the way out through our arms and into our fingertips. So in a couple of spots in this flow, we'll be closing that circuit by bringing our thumbs or our hands to our heart center. But we'll begin seated in a little meditation to get us going. In this one today, we're going to start with our fingertips together in front of us, right extended out from our heart center. On the inhale, we'll open arms wide, bringing shoulder blades together. You might lift the chest a little, lift the chin. And on the exhale, we'll bring hands together. You might maybe pull belly into spine to find a little round. So you can almost think of this like a cat-cow as we open the chest on an inhale and bring the fingers together on the exhale. This is our movement. If you would like, you could say a little mantra with this. As you open up the arms, you might say, I open myself to receive love. And on the exhale, bringing the fingertips together. A couple more practice rounds here. I open myself to receive love, maybe. That's your mantra. One more practice round here. I open myself to receive love. And then fingertips together, but we will begin with hands on our legs, palms down for grounding, palms up for receiving, knowing we can be sitting on a block, just to be comfortable here. Your eyes can close or your gaze might relax, allowing yourself to sink into the sit bones. Crown of the head heading toward our ceiling, leaving us with a tall spine here. Breath and focus now coming to the base of your spine. On an inhale, feel or visualize energy spiraling up the spine to the crown of your head. On the exhale, spiral this energy back down. Feeling the activation around the spine as we inhale energy up to the crown. And exhale back down. This time we'll inhale energy up to the crown of your head. On your exhale, bringing your focus and breath right to the breastbone. And now feeling the space behind the breastbone into our heart chakra, our fourth energy center. As we breathe into this space, you might feel it become more active. If you like, you could visualize the color green swirling in this space. And if you want, and when you're ready, feeling this activation around the heart, extending arms out in front of you, touching fingertips together. On the inhale, opening arms, I am open to receive love. And on the exhale, bringing fingertips together. I am open to receive love as we inhale. Exhale, fingertips together. I am open to receive love. And exhale. Continuing here with your breath, your movement, your mantra. We'll be here for a few moments. I am open to receive love. If you start to warm up here, maybe elbows come closer together on the inhale at your back. Maybe belly pulls tighter into spine on the exhale. A few more breaths. I am open to receive love. Make this biggest one your last one, your biggest one. And we bring fingertips together, palms together, and thumbs to the heart center. Closing the circuit here with thumbs touching the breastbone, activating the heart chakra. Taking a moment to set an intention for this time, or allowing an intention to come to mind, something that you're working on. Knowing it's a heart's desire, and knowing that what we focus on is what we find. 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, we'll take a full inhale. On the exhale, let it go, releasing hands by your side. So your eyes might flutter open here, you might keep them closed. We take a moment to feel ourselves grounding into the sit bones, and then on an inhale, bring your fingertips above the head, touching them here. Exhale right back down by your side. 2 more like that. We inhale up. And exhale down. 1 more inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. This time, just your right arm will inhale up. And we'll take a side stretch here. Making sure the belly is engaged, protecting lower back. Breathing into the lateral body. We'll inhale, arms up through center to switch sides. Nice, steady breathing. From here, we'll inhale, arms up, taking a twist over your right shoulder. Our right hand comes behind to press us tall. Left hand might be on the knee to guide you a little deeper. Shoulders are down. Crown of head towards ceiling. Belly in. An inhale will bring you through center. We lengthen the spine here in center, and then we'll twist to our left. Left hand coming behind to press you tall. Right hand might be on the knee to guide you deeper. Shoulders down. We'll come back to center here, taking hands behind, arching the back. We're finding some more space in the chest. I'll turn to the side here. You can see. So fingertips can either face you or they might turn out just a bit, depending on what's most comfortable here in your shoulders. We can stay right here. We might lift hips up off the floor, finding some more space in the front body. Listening to our shoulders. And then we'll lower hips here and fold over the legs. So we just came from a spinal extension. Now we're finding spinal flexion as we fold over the legs. You might reach arms here, or you can feel free to fold over. Just taking a couple of breaths here. And then we'll walk our hands back up. Coming into our tabletop, we'll come over top of our feet. Taking just a moment here to stack shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. And then we're going to take our right hand a little closer to center in front of our face as we inhale the left arm up. Finding some circles here with the top arm, either direction. You can also bend the elbows, see how that feels for you. Just creating some space around the shoulder. Being gentle with this, being mindful with this. And when you're ready, we'll find a big inhale with left fingertips extending toward our ceiling. We're going to needle through our right arm, taking shoulder on the mat, head on your mat. Your right fingertips might walk to the top of your mat. Feeling the top of your feet pressing into the floor. Right hand is coming into the chest. We'll inhale the left fingertips toward our ceiling. Lowering down into a tabletop. Take a cat-cow here to release. Okay, really, that was a cow-cat, and that's totally fine too. We're going to take our left hand right in front of the face as we inhale, right arm up. Finding those circles, again, whatever direction feels right on this side. Feel free to bend the elbow. Taking this as slow as you want to go as we find some lubrication in our shoulder joint. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, big twist with right fingertips toward our ceiling. We're going to needle through our left arm, shoulder on the mat, head on the mat, really nice. Left fingertips can walk to the top of the mat. So we find a little shoulder opening in the back of our arm, bit of a twist. Left hand coming back into the chest. We'll inhale, right fingertips towards ceiling. One more time, we twist open. Lowering into a tabletop, and how about that cow-cat as we inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Coming into a neutral spine, we're going to work toward a puppy from here. So our hips and our knees stay exactly where they are, and we start to walk our arms forward. You might come down onto the forearms. This is great. If you have more space, extend arms forward with forehead coming on the mat. If you have even more space, chin will come on the mat. If all of this is too much, you can always take hands a little wider. Listening to shoulders. Feeling some space through the chest, maybe. Opening up the front of the core. From here, we're going to shift weight forward onto the elbows to find a sphinx. So we allow our hips to drop once shoulders are directly over the elbows. Feet might come a little further than hip width here. As we press hip bones into the ground, lifting chest, you might think about a Care Bear stare through the heart center to the wall that's directly in front of you. You might press into the elbows to lift a little. Maybe feeling more of an opening here in the abdomen. One more breath. We'll begin to lower here, bringing hands by our shoulders, pressing back into a child's pose. Toes together this time, knees apart as we sit back. Forehead might come to the floor. We sit hips back to heels, fingertips reaching toward the front of the mat. One more breath. From here, we'll inhale up into our tabletop. Go ahead and tuck your toes and find your downward facing dog. Once here, you might begin pedaling heels or anything else that you want to do to warm up your down dog. We do want to make sure that we have our core engaged. That will help to pull some weight out of shoulders, out of wrists. From here, we'll inhale up on the toes and walk our feet to our hands for a forward fold. We're going to lengthen on an inhale. Exhale, fold. Two more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more inhale, lengthen. This time we'll hold the forward fold for a couple of breaths. So you might have hands on a block here. You might have fingertips on the floor, or you might grab an elbow in each hand. You could sway. You can just hang out. But if you can, give the head a shake yes and no to release the neck as we find some space through the cervical spine. If you're in any sort of bind here, go ahead and release. We'll find some length on our inhale. Exhale, fold. We're coming up to standing on our inhale, hands above the head. And hands to heart center. Exhale. Take a moment to find that connection, your thumbs to your heart center. From here, half sun A. We'll inhale, arms above your head. Fold forward on the exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Hands to heart center. Right into it, half sun A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. Fold. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. Right into it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. Fold. This time we'll inhale, arms up, and bring hands to the sacrum. So we're taking them high on the glute here. Squeezing between the shoulder blades, fingers are down, shoulders down. We find some space through the chest. From here, a little bend in the knees as we shift hips forward. We find some more space. If you can find a little bit of back bend, if it feels okay in the lower back, go for it. You might interlace the fingers if you have some space in the chest and open the arms here, extend back. Really nice. No matter where the arms are here, we're going to bend the knees and fold forward. So whatever deep bend you need in the knees, take it. From here, left knee bends and arms come over to the left as we look up and over right shoulder. We'll inhale through center to switch sides. Right knee bends, arms come to the right. We look up and over left. Upper body comes back to center. Go ahead and release the arms down. From here, we'll inhale, right arm up, sitting right hip back. Left hand maybe on the floor, on a knee, on some blocks. And exhale, lowers the right hand as we inhale, left arm up, sitting left hip back. And we fold forward here. Find some length on an inhale. Go ahead and palm your mat to step back to your plank. Feel free to take a vinyasa here or press to your downward facing dog. From your downward dog, we'll inhale up on the toes, walk, jump, or step to the top of the mat. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Hands to heart center. Sun A, let's build some heat. Inhale, arms up. Fold forward on the exhale. Lengthen. Palm your mat to find your plank. It's a vinyasa from here or a downward facing dog. Inhaling up on the toes, walk, jump, or step to the top of the mat. Lengthen. Fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Hands to heart center, right into it. Sun A, inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, we fold. Lengthen here. Find your plank. Feel free to finish with a vinyasa or a downward facing dog. One more, Sun A, inhaling up on toes. Walk, jump, step, top of the mat. Lengthen. Fold. Really work with your breath. You might be faster or slower than me. As we exhale, hands to heart center. Both are amazing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. to find your plank, your vinyasa here, or your downward facing dog. Breathe. We're coming back to the top of the mat as we inhale up on the toes, walk, jump, step. Lengthen. Fold here, as fingertips come down, we're gonna lunge the right leg back. We're trying to find some space here through the chest. You can always take hands on blocks or come up on the fingertips. We're thinking once again our Care Bear stare with our breastbone toward our front wall here. Just a little lift. From here, we're gonna lower the back knee, untuck back toes in a split prep. As we shift weight back, it's right hip over the right knee as we extend left foot forward, finding some space in the back of the left leg. So we always have a micro bend here in the left knee. We can always have hands on blocks. If you're looking for more, we can always grab the top of the foot and pull back. So from here, this is a modified side angle. We're going to bend the front knee. Our back toes head toward the side wall to create a shelf as our arms open up here on the inside of the left leg. So my left elbow is pressing into my left knee to find some space. My core is engaged. So I reach arms up and my weight is shifting toward this front wall. From here, I take my hands down. I take a half turn so that my hands come to the back of the mat. My left toes tuck so that I can lift right knee to find a plank, a vinyasa, or a downward facing dog. From here, I inhale up on the toes. I have a new top of my mat as I walk, jump, step that way. Lengthen here. As I fold, my fingertips come down and my left leg lunges back. So again, I'm up on the fingertips, Care Bear staring here, finding space through the chest, through the back, hip flexor and quad. And when we're ready here, back knee drops, toes untuck as we shift weight back. Left hip this time over the left knee as we extend right foot forward. Hello, calf and hamstring. Again, we have the same options here. Blocks underneath the hands. We can always grab behind the foot and pull back if we're looking for more. Modified side angle. We shift weight forward, front knee bends, back toes head over to create that shelf. As our arms open up on the inside of the right knee, using right elbow to press open the right knee, finding space in the hips. Breathe. Taking hands down, half turn with the upper body. So we're back at the front of our mat. My right toes tucked so that I can step my left foot back. A vinyasa here or a downward facing dog. From here, inhaling up on the toes, walk, jump, step to the top of the mat. We lengthen. Exhale, fold. We're coming up to standing on our inhale. Hands to heart center on the exhale. Find your chair from here. Sit back and hold. So my shoulders are down, belly is in. Weight is in the heels. I can see my toes, building some heat in the legs. Next inhale, I straighten the legs. Fold forward on the exhale. We're going to lengthen here. On the exhale, lunge the right leg back. The inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, hands reach the back of the room here. So know we always have the option to lower the right knee as we hover over the left leg. We're going to find a crescent lunge on an inhale. Arms come up. Powerful, nice. From here, we find that connection at the heart. We're crossing hand over hand and bringing hand to our heart center. Feeling that circuit close here, the heart activation. From here, we're going to reach arms to the front wall, extending right out from us, like our meditation at the beginning. Then we're going to twist over our left shoulder, bringing right hand to the heart center. Feeling that connection here. Hands come right back to the front, extending out. We find a runner's lunge here, stepping back to a plank. It's your vinyasa or a downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhaling up on the toes, we walk, jump, step, top of the mat. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. And hands to heart center on the exhale. We inhale, chair. On the exhale, sink a little deeper into the chair. We inhale, legs straight from here. Fold forward. Lengthen. This time the left leg lunges back. The inhale, we lift the chest. Finding space, exhale, reach hands to the back of the room. So again, we can always lower the left knee as we hover over our right leg, belly in. Crescent lunge on an inhale, arms reach up. We cross hands at the heart. Closing the circuit here, feeling the activation. Reaching arms out in front of us, directly out from the heart. And then we twist over our right shoulder, right fingertips extend to the back of the room, left hand at the heart. Feel inner thigh engagement here, keeping you balanced. Hands come back to the front, extending out from your heart. Runner's lunge to a plank, a vinyasa, or a downward facing dog. This is our Sun B variation. So we're going to play with this with our breath. On an inhale, up on the toes, walk, jump, step, top of the mat. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Heart center on the exhale. Chair, inhale. Sink deeper, exhale. Inhale, legs straight. Fold forward. Lengthen, inhale. Right leg lunges back. Chest lifts, inhale. Arms reach back, exhale. Crescent on the inhale. Cross hands at heart, exhale. Arms extend front, inhale. Twist the left, right hand to heart center. Inhale back to center. Runner's lunge, exhale, find your plank, a vinyasa or a downward facing dog. Inhaling up on the toes, walk, jump, step, top of the mat. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Heart center. Inhale, chair. Sink deeper, exhale. Legs straight, inhale. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. Left leg lunges back. Chest lifts, inhale. Arms reach back, exhale. Crescent on the inhale. Cross hands at heart. Extend arms forward. Twist over the right, left hand at heart center. Inhale, hands back to center. Runner's lunge. to a plank, a vinyasa, or a downward facing dog. One more time each side as we inhale high up on the toes, walk, jump, step, top of the mat. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Hands to heart center. Inhale, chair. Sink deeper, exhale. Inhale, legs straight. Fold forward. Lengthen. Right leg lunges back. Chest lifts. Arms reach back. Crescent. Cross hands at heart. Arms reach forward. Twist over the left, right hand to heart center. Back to center, inhale. Runner's lunge to a plank, a vinyasa, or a downward facing dog. Inhaling up on the toes, walk, jump, step, top of the mat. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms above your head. Hands to heart center. Inhale, chair. Sink deeper. Legs straight. Fold forward. Lengthen here. Left leg lunges back. Chest lifts. Arms reach back. Inhale to crescent. Hands to heart. Inhale, arms forward. Twist to the right. Inhale, arms back to center. Runner's lunge to a plank, your vinyasa, or a downward facing dog. Letting it settle. This contraction and extension of muscles, working with the breath, trying to free some energy in the body. Being still for a few moments, letting that flow freely. Cleansing breath. Very nice. When you're ready to find your downward facing dog, we'll start on our left side. Left leg coming into a warrior one. So we'll first inhale left leg up into a 3-point. Stepping the foot between your hands, the back foot pivots down and we come up strong into the warrior one. We're working ourselves into a humble from here. Taking hands high on the sacrum like we did at the beginning, but if you have the space to go ahead and clasp, go ahead. On an inhale, we'll open the chest. On an exhale, we'll fold on the inside of our left knee. We tuck the chin here. We visualize crown of the head coming toward the floor. And we breathe, feeling some space through the shoulders. Hands are coming down here. We take a quarter turn, so we're wide leg on our mat, and we walk toward our right knee, our right toes turning out, right knee bends. This is a side lunge. This is a great place to stay right here, but if your heel is down and you have more space, you can lower the hips. You might use your right elbow here, press open the right knee. You might extend arms in opposite directions. If you have a bind here, you know what that is. Head that way. If your shoulders are open already. One more breath here. And then we'll take hands down. We're in a runner's lunge back at the front of the mat. So we're back over our left foot. From here, it's a twist. Right hand down or maybe on some blocks as we inhale, left arm up. If you want, this left hand, this top hand, you might open it toward the back a little more, finding some more space through the pec, through the shoulder. You might bend the elbow. Make sure belly is in. Protecting lower back. Make sure the front knee is pulled in, inner thigh engaged. One more breath. It's a standing split. From here, we shift our weight forward, straightening the left leg as we extend right heel from our hip. It does not matter how high this top leg is. We are looking for space from hip to heel as we stack right hip on top of left. Folding here over our left knee. We're folding over our left knee. Breathe. One more breath here. Forward fold as we lower right foot to meet left. Take a moment here in this forward fold. Release. You might take your 2 hook fingers, that's our pointer and middle, grabbing the inside of the big toes, bending the knees and then bending the elbows, finding some more space. Releasing any bind here, we'll find some length on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, arms above your head. We'll bring hands to heart center. And then down to our Wonder Woman pose, which is hands on our hips. Chest lifted, chin up. Finding a lot of space through the upper body here. Shoulders are down. You might close your eyes and just take a moment to feel incredibly powerful, because you are. Breathe it in. And as we lift the head a little here, take a moment to feel your feet grounding. We're going to bend the knees, shift weight into the right foot, coming into our eagle. We're crossing left knee over top of right. I'm going to face you to show you. You might tap the left toes to find some more stability, or you might wrap. So from the back, tap or wrap as we sit. Arms out, it's left underneath of right, and a bear hug or an eagle arms. So finding your eagle variation, and then we sit. Squeezing legs here, elbows lift, hands pull away from the face, shoulders are down. And we feel how grounded we are in the standing leg. We're going to shift into a stork, bringing left knee up, and transition into our dancer. Right fingertips continue to extend toward the ceiling as we grab the inside of the left ankle, knees together. You might stay right here, or you might start to kick into the hand and reach. So this is a shoulder and a hip opener here on the left. Kick and reach. Hips facing the ground. Take this to an edge. And then we'll gently release, bringing knee back into a stork. We're going to lunge this leg back into a crescent. Hello, outer glute on the right. Inhale the front leg straight. Runner's lunge. This is a 3-point. Right leg is coming up. Extend. Revolved side plank. We lower into a plank. We're bringing the right knee over to the left elbow. The back foot pivots down, creating some support. Kick the right leg through and open up here. Pressing into the hand, reach. Top arm, again, we might bend the elbow, finding some space. Two more breaths. Hands come down, using your core to step back to your plank. You might finish here with your vinyasa or press to your downward facing dog. Cleansing breath as we let the side settle in. We breathe. When you're ready, finding your downward facing dog. We'll even out our sides, coming into the warrior one. Right leg inhales up into a 3-point. Stepping foot between the hands. Back foot pivots. Inhale up strong into your warrior one. Finding your humble from here, hands at the sacrum or they clasp. We open on an inhale. Fold on the inside of our right knee this time. We think about our right knee tracking here between second and third toe. As our chin tucks, crown of the head, we visualize heading toward the floor. So we feel some space here in our shoulders. Releasing hands to the mat, we'll take a quarter turn, so we're wide leg on our mat. This time it's our left knee that bends for the side lunge. So again, as long as our heel is down, then we can lower hips. If the heel starts to come up, lift the hips a little. Make sure we have this nice stable base. As we use our left elbow to press open the left knee, arms might extend out in opposition, or we might find a bind. Depending on where you are on the side. One more breath. Good. Releasing hands down, we're in a runner's lunge at the top of the mat. Hands are on either side of our right foot. As we inhale, the right arm up, We inhale, right arm up as we reach. Good, nice. You might bend this top elbow again. The right fingertips maybe opening up a little more, finding more space through the pecs, through the shoulder, through the chest. Breathe. As we reach forward here for our standing split, weight shifts into the right foot. We extend both legs. This time it's our left hip that stacks on top of the right as we extend through the left heel. Breathe. If there's any other variation of standing split you like to play with, of course, head that way. And when you're ready, we'll lower the left leg into a forward fold. Let's take a lengthen here. Fold a little deeper and hang out. You might take those hook fingers and grab your big toes here, or you might take hands underneath the feet this time with toes at the wrists. There's a bend in the knees. You might bend the elbows a little deeper here if we can let the upper body go. Breathe. And when you're ready, we'll release any sort of bind here. Finding a length on the inhale. Exhale, fold. We're coming up to standing on our inhale. Finding that Wonder Woman pose on the exhale. Hands to the hips. Shoulders down and back. Chest is open, chin lifts. Finding some space here as we breathe more space into the chest. And from here, we'll bend the knees. Coming into our eagle. This time we'll shift weight into our left foot. We're crossing right foot over top, either that tap or that wrap. Arms out, it's right underneath of left in that bear hug or in eagle arms. And then we sit. Squeezing our legs together, belly in, elbows up, hands pull away from the face. Breathe. Feeling really sturdy and stable in our standing leg. We unwind into our stork, extending arms toward the ceiling, right knee into chest, coming into our dancer. Left fingertips continue to extend to ceiling. We grab the inside of the right ankle. Knee to knee, hips face forward, and then maybe we start to kick into the hand and reach forward. Hips stay even, opening up the back shoulder, back hip. It's a nice balance of flexibility and strength. And slowly releasing into your stork. I cheated with the wall. Right knee is into chest, arms reach up, lunging back here, crescent lunge. We inhale the front leg straight. It's a runner's lunge to a 3-point. Left leg is extending up. Revolved side plank as we bring left knee over to the right elbow, kick the leg through, and arms open up here. Top elbow might bend, you might find some more space to the shoulder. One more breath. And both hands coming down here, we'll find ourselves in a plank, lowering all the way to the mat. Let's take left ear on the mat. Taking a breath here. Arms down by your side. With left ear on the mat, we'll extend left arm out like a T, rolling onto the left shoulder from here. You might take your head on a block or take your hand in a fist and put it underneath the head so your neck is nice and aligned. I bent my right knee and I put my right foot on the floor for a little more stability. If this is too much on the shoulder, roll back a little bit onto the belly. And we're going to take this a little deeper now, getting into the pec minor. So we will roll onto the stomach. This time we bend the elbow like a goalpost. Fingers are toward our front wall, elbows in line with shoulder. And we start to roll back over. You won't be able to roll as deep. This is getting into that deep muscle. Keeping neck aligned. One more breath. Rolling back onto the stomach here. We'll shift the body to the left side of the mat and extend right arm out like a T. So we start here with our straight right arm, rolling onto the right shoulder. Again, we might use our hand in a fist for a pillow or use a block or maybe an actual pillow. Nothing wrong with that. You might feel a little compression in the shoulder, a bit of a stretch. Shouldn't feel any pain. And we'll gently release here so we can bend the elbow, find that goalpost arm, and then roll back again. So again, you won't be able to go as deep with a bent elbow. Get against the pec minor. It can be much tighter. And one more breath. Rolling onto the stomach from here. Pressing back into a tabletop. We'll find one camel from here to really open the front body and open the chest. So in camel, I'll face you for a second. Our knees are hip width or further apart in this camel. From the side, you can keep the toes flat or you can tuck the toes, whatever helps you to feel more stable. But we take hands to the sacrum like we did at the beginning, standing, and we shift the hips forward. That's the most important part. We lift up and out of lower back, squeeze between the shoulder blades, then maybe we let head fall back. If you can go deeper here, you might take one hand back. Maybe the opposite arm reaches up. You might switch sides, but really listen to the lower back. If it doesn't like this, don't do it. But continue to press hips forward. Shallow breathing. And when you're ready to release, make sure both hands are on the lower back As we lift up here, tall spine, and if you can, just sit back onto the heels. We don't want to curl forward. We want to let the spine neutralize here. Keeping a tall spine, we'll find some twists. Just for a couple of breaths on each side. Good, and switching. Shoulders down. Back to center. We'll transition onto the back. Bringing hands forward, crossing ankles. You might grab behind the knees to roll back. And we'll bring knees into the chest here. We've done a lot to open the front body, so we'll take just a moment here to close things in. As we pull knees into chest, you might bring forehead into the knees. We're pulling everything into the heart center here. Taking a moment to feel gratitude for every part of your body. Thanking every cell in your body. Big squeeze. Coming into your happy baby from here, we'll reach hands on the inside of the knees, grabbing outside of feet. As we breathe into this inversion and inner thigh adductor opener, there are a lot of ways to play. We can bring our feet together in more of a butterfly. We can extend one leg at a time. We can rock it out. All of those are great. All the while, our feet are above our hearts, so we're getting all of those benefits. And we can make it a little more playful. Squeezing knees back into the chest. We'll take arms out like a T. Allow knees to fall to your right as you look over your left shoulder. If there's any other twist variation that you like, please do that. And then we'll come back to center. Switching sides, allowing knees to fall to the left as we look over right shoulder. And coming back to center here. One more squeeze of our knees. This huge squeeze of self-love, of appreciation, acceptance. And then we release here into our rest pose. Whatever variation works best for you today. As you settle in, I will leave you be. After 5 minutes, you'll hear a gong sound. You can allow your body to awaken then and continue with your day. You are beautiful, you are strong, and I thank you so much. Namaste.